You guys, it just occurred to me, I haven't done a face in the month in 3 months. It was that time. I thought I'm going to do face of the month. And I don't know why, but I looked at all my videos and thought, oh, I didn't do one in January. I didn't do one in December. So we're going to go through the things that I bought in December, January, and February and put on my favorites. That's right, I'm using the F word. I can commit this time because I've been using so many of these so often and I keep on pulling to the same things over and over again. I am committing to a favorites video. I'm not going to talk about fails. Let's start with foundations. I discovered 2 foundations that I have deep, deep love for, but what I just said is a little bit of a lie because one of them I discovered last year when I did the Michelle Wong Made Me Buy It video, which I'm going to post right here. And it was the Clé de Peau Radiant Cream Foundation. It is stunning. It looks so beautiful on the skin and you only need the smallest bit. I never ended up doing a full review. I actually have footage to do one, but it's so long ago now I decided, I should probably clean that footage out. You get really good coverage with this. Not quite full, but very solid medium. It looks insanely beautiful on the skin. But the color I had was 020. I did matching online. And whenever I put it on, I thought it's a little peach for me. I can swing it, but it's a little peach for me. And the other day I was at Nordstrom and I put on this. This is B20. And it's funny because you know how the light in department stores not that great, and I'm putting it on thinking, yeah, this is going to work. And my sales rep says, I think B10 for you, but maybe for summer this will work. And I think she's right. It might be a hair too dark for me right now. It might be good to mix with something else, but I would hate to change the formula. This is so beautiful, so comfortable, great for dry skin and probably combo skin, maybe even oily skin, I don't know. I'm not oily, so I can't say. The other thing that I discovered is the So Cute Cream Foundation. And this one, I was so lucky that I found a match because you can only buy it in England. I mean, you can buy it in Japan. It's a Japanese company. And you can buy it in some other countries, but you can't buy it here. And they don't even have models to show you. I got color 115 and it's truly a neutral. It's incredibly comfortable, makes the skin look gorgeous, and I adore it. I think it might be a tad too light for me, but that's okay. What I got was the Discovery set, which is this small size of the foundation, one of the powders, which I don't love the powder all that much, and the primer. And I'm not much of a primer person, but it's lovely. So we're just going to put on, and you can see, I mean, there might be a teeny bit of yellow in this, but it's not brazenly yellow. And actually, I haven't worn this in a little while because I've been testing another foundation, which that review actually probably went up before this one. Now, I did my skincare a good almost an hour ago. So I'm just going to go over with a beauty blender. The coverage is not full, but it looks so darn pretty on the skin. It's such an amazing foundation. And I think I can kind of pull off this color right now. It just does something so special. It just does not look like makeup on my cheeks anywhere. So this is a big thumbs up for me. Now for concealers, I actually tried 2 concealers and I haven't shown you one of them yet. That will be coming up after this video. But I tried the Sicily because I saw Jamie Page's mom say this is one of her favorites of 2021, 2022, and I wanted to give that a try, and I tried a new product. This is Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Concealer, and it's insanely fabulous. I can't even tell you. I thought that I was just resigned. I'm 60. I'm going to have creasing. It's just going to happen. It's just a matter of which is better and which is worse. What is, yeah, this creasing is beyond the pale, and this creasing isn't so bad. This does not crease on me. On me, it's magic. Now, this color might not work with this foundation, but I just take a little bit with my finger, look up to stretch out the skin, I just tap. It's such an easy application. Yeah, I think the color is probably a little bit off for this foundation. But look at that. It looks so pretty, and it looks that way all the time. In the living room, I've said this before, I have a magnifying mirror that's probably a 10x that I've had for years and years and years because I used to watch TV and pluck my brows. And I still keep it there, and I check my skin at night, even when I have makeup on, to see, you know, what's going on. And I'm telling you, this looks beautiful all day long. It is not drying. It's easy to work with. I wouldn't use this on my face just because it's expensive and I don't want to go through it. But you could. It's just a godsend. It's a miracle. I never thought I would find something that doesn't crease on these old crepey under eyes. And I love this. I cannot sing high enough praises for this one. Now for blush, I feel like my cup runneth over. So I'm just going to mention a handful of things and where I got them from. You know what I mean? Like what video. The Lancôme Blush Subtil in Mille Glacé. This color, so not up my alley. What's so interesting is it is warm, but it doesn't always read warm, and it has a little bit of sheen to it. I'll post the video right here. But I used it in a video the other day for a foundation review, which you've already seen before, the Gucci, it posted yesterday. And it has a little bit of a sheen to it, but the most beautiful sheen, not a highlighter sheen. It's not loud and blingy, but it makes the skin look so beautiful. I really like this, and I'm shocked that I use it far more than I thought I would because I don't really love the warm colors all that much. Not gonna lie. Not on my cheeks. From the Alana Davidson video, the Laura Mercier Moisturizing Blush in Provence, which, again, I love doing those videos because I went to colors that I normally wouldn't go to. I'm not normally attracted to these colors. That's what it's looked like. And it's so pretty on the skin. And actually, these two would be great together. And then from the Andrea Ali video, this Valentino blush. When I did that video, I really wasn't sure. I'm like, this is, I think, too much color for my color skin. Better on a darker skin type. But you know what? I pulled this over and over and over again, not to try to make it work, but because I loved it. And I found that this color pairs very well with bronzers when I want to get that sun-kissed look. So last year, for instance, I was doing the Say in Chile to do that look, to wear with bronzer and get a little bit of sunburnt look. This one does it for me so beautifully, and it's a beautiful formulation too. That's the color. That's a sheer swatch there. And then something I found on my own, the Vive Sunset Blush Balm. And I can't read what color this is, but this is a lovely formula. And you know what? I didn't check it because I have to drop things. I didn't check it next to the Provence. This formula lasts all day long. Wow, the colors are really similar, but hopefully you'll be able to see that this is more peachy, and it makes the Provence look absolutely more like a neutral clay kind of color. Clay from soil, not clay from molding clay. And this one has a little bit more peach to it. The formulas are both creams, but there's something really special about the Vive that lasts a long time. So those are blushes that I go to all the time. I'm sure there's a couple of more that didn't, you know, they were fine, but, well, actually, you know what? I went to the Merit a lot in the color Foxy, and I ended up just putting it on my hand and then picking it up with a brush, a boop, instead of applying straight to. But let me figure out what concoction I'm going to do today, depending on my eyeshadow. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the Laura Mercier today. And I think what I'll do is I'll add a different color once my eyes are done. I'm going to be really careful with this because I did overload. And there's something really unique about that So Cute foundation is it's set. I could go on with a powder blusher without having to powder my face first, even though there's a lot of sheen. Of course, you saw how sheeny I started from my skincare. Let us talk about eyeshadows, you guys. Westman Atelier did a set, a gift set with these pods, her mascara and her eyeliner. And it's no longer available, but I'm hoping very much that she will re-release just the pods in the coming months, you know. Maybe it was already in the plan, because Parla, which was in a gift set last year, came out as an individual, so it may be a while. I love this set. I use this all the time. When I'm not doing a video, I just need to get out of the house. There are 2 shades that I will go for, but I'll usually just do one shade. This brown, which is a matte, and I can use this with her brush. I can use it with a fluffy brush, and I can use it with my fingers. And I think she really changed the formula, because it used to be you could only use her pods with her brush because the formula was hard to pick up. It's not anymore. And this color, it's like a warm taupey. It looks beautiful and sheeny on the eyes, and I go to this all the time. It's one of my most used products. You can kind of tell by how messy it is inside. Love it, and when it comes out on its own, I'll be reminding you, you have to get it. Huge improvement in the formula, the best pod colors that she has done for my taste. Then Christian Dior did another limited edition. A lot of these are limited editions. I think all of them are, actually, unfortunately. I love the Dior formulas. These are so good for crepey eyelids. They're easy to blend. They're, I think I would say impossible, but you know, I don't want to go out on a limb. Nearly impossible to overdo these colors. They're shadows. The pans are big. You can use them as blush. They are, you know, different skin depth of tone. Very fair skin over here, dark skin over here. You can use these on eyeshadows if you're quite fair, but if you're quite light, a little highlighter. Or if you're not quite as light, a highlighter. I love this a lot. Another limited edition. But the one that really surprised me is the Pat McGrath. I almost didn't get this because Pat McGrath is not doing it for me anymore. I don't understand what's going on. It's like she went from the most beautiful packaging in the world to tacky. Let's face it, that's not pretty to me. It's tacky. And she does a lot of things with Star Wars, and I don't understand. It's almost tacky. It's tacky. But I always used to say that I loved her mattes, and I wish that her big, beautiful lacquer box, I think they're a 12 pan, I wish she had more mattes in there, or more mattes and satins, because the, you know, the shimmers, the glitters, all that stuff, it doesn't work for me. It's not my life. They're beautiful, but I can admire them as swatches. I can't admire them on my face. So when she came out with matte, I thought, well, I kind of have to, right? Because I've been begging for it for years. And I was so surprised. Only 6 pans. Let me put some on while I'm talking. Only 6 pans with this, and yet you can get multitude of looks. Not necessarily dramatic looks. I'm sure you could, but for me, I don't even really try for that. Although the video I did, which I'll post right here, I did my best to use as many colors as possible. But since then, this has shades in it that are perfect for one and dones. And 2 and done is what I've been doing with it. And what I like about it, yes, they're neutrals, but there's both warm neutral and cool neutral. But the warm isn't too warm, and the cool is not too cool. It's color-wise, you look at it and you think, well, that's not so special. But those are oftentimes the most useful eyeshadow palettes. So that was the vanilla color right here. And I'm just trying to decide, you know, do I want to be warm or cool today? I think I'm going to be cool. So I'm going to go on with this next. I love this shade. This is the shade that I use for one and done all the time. It doesn't look like anything in the pan. So uninteresting. But it's perfect for a transition shade for my skin tone. I might have put a little too much on. This color actually looks a little bit different when I layer it on top of that cream color. I usually just put it all over the lid. And this to me can be one and done, but I'm going to go in with this color, which is a little more cool, a little more mauvey. It's interesting, now it doesn't look that mauve. That's what's, it just makes me love this palette even more, because when you layer it on top of different colors, you get a different outcome. Huh. Okay, eyeshadow done, a 3 and done, but I didn't need to do the cream. I think this is just lovely. We'll clean it up and you'll see, but I'm going to go on with mascara, and the Westman Atelier mascara is so lovely. It gives you that big, fat, full look, and it surprised me. It doesn't look clumpy, and I didn't curl my lashes, as you saw, right? But there's something super beautiful about this mascara. Beautiful mascara, and it's become one of my favorites. Brows. This is from the Andrea Ali video, and this is Legendary Brow from Charlotte Tilbury, and I love it. I've been using New Brow for, I don't know, 5 or 6 months, and these little teeny hairs are coming in, and this captures those little hairs because it's so darn small. I also have blondes in here, which I need to darken up. The only thing for me, because those teeny hairs are so small, it takes me a little longer to do my brows with this because I have to pull out this mirror here and really look for those little teeny brows. But I generally go, I don't even see them in this mirror, but I go backwards like this to catch those hairs. And this brow is a little bit darker already because it doesn't have those blonde hairs in them. And it also tames them. So I'm not going to do this with the big mirror so I can really show you what's going on, because it's kind of a thing. But I love this, and I've never been somebody who loved these kind of products. But also I'm in a different situation right now because I have this new growth that I want to, give some darkness to, because they're so thin and so light. So that's another new one that I really love. Lips, kind of like blush, where I feel, well, you know what, I think I have a lot of lipsticks. I think I buy a lot of lips. Lips can just change everything. It can change your look, it can change your mood, it can change, it's life-changing. Right formula, right color, and it's just everything, right? So this last 3 months, I want to talk about a couple of things. I already have one of these in the color Tease Me, but I got this shade from the Andrea Ali video. Interestingly enough, the Lana Davidson, I hated that color. I mean, the color, I was like, maybe this can work for me, but I hate the formula. And the Michelle Wong, I don't remember. Oh, I know what it was. It was this. Really like this. This color, so pretty, so everyday. And I love this. It's so comfortable, easy, love. Then I got this color, and I'm gonna just put everything on, you guys. Why not? And this is not quite neutral. Is it peachy? Is it pinky? Here it is right here. It looks like it's mauve, but I'm not entirely sure that it's reading mauve. And it's the perfect shade to go to when you just don't know what you want on your lips. It just kind of works. And then this from Nars. I did this when I did my overlining video. I'll put it right here. There's something really special about this. It is a matte balm with just a little bit of color. I also find it useful if you have a color on that is the perfect color but a little too intense, too saturated or too bright. I go over with something like this. Also, it smells like vanilla. which I am not mad about. So those are some of my favorites, but hands down, my favorite is this. This is a liquid matte. It's like a moussey, comfortable matte from Clay de Peau. Just came out a little while ago. Post a video right here. They came out with some, I think they came out with some shines, which I'm not into, and the mattes, and then they came out with these glosses, which are so darn pretty. So pretty. This is one of them, and the other one's in the living room. Really comfortable. They kind of remind me of, do you remember the Smashbox had these lip things? I think it was Smashbox. And I used to keep them in the living room and just put them on. I don't know, it was kind of dimethicone-y, but comfortable and soothing at the same time. Kind of reminds me of that formula. But this, let's put on this, because this, since I bought this, put it on, I can't stop putting it on. This color, and this color is Chocolate Cosmos. And it is like a My Lips But Better situation. It depends on what time of day I put it on. Sometimes my lips are quite light, and this is a little bit darker, but right now I just rubbed my lips, you know, to get the product off, so my lips have a little bit more color. And it's that color right here. So I'm kind of proud of myself for kind of building up my neutral palettes, because I feel like I tend to go on the pinky zone, and I love those. But another one that I love, now shoot, I should have led with this. When I did my big Dior order, I got 999, which is their famous red. This is loose. I can see, yeah, this is just going to fall right out, so I can't put it on. But I'm 100%, next time I buy some Dior stuff, I'm getting this. What a beautiful red. I can't stand it. I might put that on. And oh, another lipstick. See, you guys? I love these. This is the Hourglass. I have the color Lurch. Very comfortable, really saturated, a little bit of a vanilla scent. This kind of makes me nuts because, you know, I'm the person who's like, why is this not posing? Because you're an idiot, that's why. I love these. I wish they had more colors because it's very neutral, and, you know, I do love a little color. And then for bronzers, the Jones Road. So before I put on that, let me just do some powdering because I'm super shiny. This foundation, it is fully set. It's adopted the sheen from my sunscreen. I need to find some new sunscreens. I am going to bring back my series, Sunscreen Saturday, but it won't be, you know, every week. Ta-da! So pretty. And now you can see the foundation better because it's powdered down and you're not distracted by the shine. I'm sorry, even though it's not full coverage, I feel so fresh and pretty. I do want to kind of clean up right around here. I'm still trying to decide, like, which color do I like the best? Here are the colors. This, I think, is the medium. Again, they could make the print bigger. There's so much room on this label. And this one, I think, is the light. I'm going to go on with the medium. It's a lot. And it picks up very easily. And I do know, every time I try this, I'm like, don't go too hard. Don't go too hard. So take it off on that towel. Top of the cheeks. Yeah, this is the medium shade. So it seems really dark, but with the right hand, totally works. I think this is actually the best application I've got since I've been trying these, because I've been trying them a lot and I always seem to go too ham. So yay, finally figured this out. And let me see, what else do I have to talk about? That is it, you guys. That is a full face of new favorites. I know that the look isn't like pow, but I think it's a great neutral look altogether. And, you know, I didn't choose these because of how they would go together. I chose them because These are the things that I'm loving right now. I just want to kind of pull that up a little bit. And I think I do want to go over with this so you can see how fabulous this is. So I'm going to be super careful with this. This is such a shame. I'm going to hold it with this finger. Hard to do. You're using a mini and the mini is broken, but look at that color. And doesn't it just kind of change everything else? It changes this look entirely. And I do think, just because, you know, we're here, I don't think I need to add any blush. I really don't. I think this blush is working 100%, but since I put a little color here, I'm going to put a little bit of color right here, even though I really don't think I need it, because I'm just loving this particular shade. See how you can change things up so easily? Just a little different blush, and a little different lip. And you guys, that is it. That is my face of the month, my absolute favorites from December, January, and February. Thanks so much for spending some time with me. I hope it was fun. I hope I might have inspired you to play around with your makeup, and I hope you come again. Until we meet again, be safe and smart, and I'm wishing you good health.